Welcome everybody to my Facebook Live, and I'm also going live on YouTube at the same time, so you can catch me on either platform. I want to give a moment for everybody to get here. Let me just mess with getting my camera straight here while we wait for everybody to get here. I know it's not my normal day, so people might not be aware that it's going to be on live today. I usually go on Wednesdays, but I have an appointment tomorrow. I'm not able to do tomorrow. So we're doing Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024. And as I said, I am creating cards with Debbie. And if you want to shop in my store, you can shop on the website that's scrolling across the bottom right there. And it is www.debbiefoster.stampinup.net. And if your order is under $150, use this host code, which is ZCNYHXHH. And I'm not sure that camera's picking that up very clear. There we go. Maybe that's a little bit better. I should have used it white paper, not red. All right, so ZCNYHXHH. Use that code if your order is under $150. And if you need to email me, my email address is, let me bring that up right here. Right here, it's creatingwithdebbie179@gmail.com. If you have any questions or if you need to reach out to me for anything. I'll just leave that there for a moment so you can copy that down if you need to. We're in no hurry today, so we're just going to kind of take it slow and easy, maybe. Okay, so Paper Pumpkin is on the screen right now. If you want to sign up for Paper Pumpkin, until July 10th, we have Paper Pumpkin, which is painted petals, and you can subscribe until July 10th, it says. It's a card crafting kit delivered in fun floral box. And isn't this box pretty? All right, so Stampin' Up has been giving us a sneak peek of 3 months of Paper Pumpkins in advance so that we can kind of look and see, get an idea what's coming. So here's the July one. It says painted petals. Craft beautiful cards with unique watercolor designs and pretty layers. It makes 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. Project includes printed cards and coordinating envelopes, pre-cut paper pieces and embellishments, coordinating colors, Calypso Coral, Gray Granite, Melon Mambo, Mossy Meadow, and Old Olive. And the classic spot that you get with that is the Gray Granite. It says kit comes in a beautiful coordinating box, which I showed you earlier. It's this one right here. Very pretty. And you can also add on dies that will go with the 3 months from July until September. Here's a bigger view of that. Here's the July one. It's a flower die. And then August is the word hooray. And then September has a leaf. So you can order those to go along with your kits if you'd like to. That's an add-on, but you have to be a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin in order to get those. And I think they're like $12 for the dies, which is a bargain. I'm setting things aside here. And starting, don't look at my printer. My printer is not printing right, but it kind of printed so we can kind of read. But it says earn to redeem. These are called bonus days. And these start tomorrow, July 3rd, and run until July 31st. So it's bonus days. It says earn to redeem from July 3rd to July 31st. Shop with me and earn a $5 coupon for every $50 you spend. Now this $50 is before tax or shipping. And then redeem your coupons in August. And there's no limit of how many $5 coupons you can earn through that month. So let me see what it says here. It says when you shop between July 3rd to July 31st and spend $50, you will earn a $5 coupon. Make sure you save all your coupons because you can redeem them, and I mean all of them, between August 1st to August 31st. There's no limit to how many coupons you can earn. And like I said, this runs from July 3rd until July 31st. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else I need to tell you about. I wish my printer had printed better. It doesn't show it really good. This thing. Okay, I think I covered everything on that. If you have any questions, email me or private message me, and I'd be happy to explain it to you and help you with that. So like I said, with every $50 you spend, you get a $5 coupon that you get to use. And don't forget about our starter kit, which is still going on all the time. You pay $99 for your starter kit. You get to pick out $125 worth of product, and there's free shipping on that. And I'm not going to go into a lot of that. Here's the website you can go to, and it'll give you more information right there on my screen. We have a lot of things to go over today, so I don't want to hold everybody up all day long. So we've got some new online promotions coming on, and these start, I believe, tomorrow too, July 3rd. It says, like I said, my printer isn't printing very well. So we have some Christmas items, and well, like I said, my printer isn't working really good. Everyday greetings stamp set, some ribbon, satin berry vanilla ribbon, and some adhesive back berries, which are kind of cute. They're in a cluster, or some single ones. Greetings of the season, and then it's got it comes as a bundle. You can get the dies to go along with that. Golden greenery bundle. And I wish my printer was showing this better. Let me see. So here's some more here. And iconic imagery bundle. And some more pecan pie and clear ribbon adhesive back dots. And some white 3/8 inch frayed gross grain ribbon. It doesn't show that very well on the camera. And we've got this new bundle is the Potions and Spells bundle for Halloween. The stamp set and the dies. We've got Changing Leaves bundle. This is one of those hybrid embossing folders that comes with the dies, and the stamp set you can get all as a bundle. I guess we already went over. Okay. And these items are all in the online portion of my store. So just click on online exclusives and it should bring those up, but it won't be until tomorrow. It starts tomorrow, the 3rd. I think I've gone over everything. Let me get these out of my way so we can get started. Okay, put those over there for now. Okay, I guess I forgot to introduce myself too. I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Debbie Foster, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm located in Bismarck, Arkansas. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. You can reach me by my email or by private messaging me. And I'm just trying to change my thing here. Oops, that's not the one I want. Well, all right, where did I go here? I've lost my banner. All right, let me do a new one then. I don't know where it went. I must have deleted it. Hold on a second. If I can spell. Like I said, we got time today. I'm not in a hurry. And it is July 2nd. And it's not Wednesday, it's Tuesday, which isn't my normal day. Maybe that's why I'm thrown off here. Okay, there we go. All right, let me get back to my comments. Hi, Jackie. Glad you're here. Be sure that you like and share the video. And if you're watching this on YouTube later, be sure that you hit that subscribe button and also that little bell, and you'll be notified when I'm live. I just want to throw that out there. Okay, so we're going to start out with using our new bundle, which is Spotlight on Nature. And let me get the glare off. The stamp set and the dies. These have been really popular. They sold out and they came back again. So hopefully they'll stay for a while this time. Because I know when they came back, they sold out again. And they're back again. So hopefully they stay. But it's got 12 dies with the dies. Different circle shapes, and then this stamp set has 7 stamps with it. So we're going to be using that today. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I want to apologize for not being here last week. We were off camping in the heat, and I was going to make a live not live, but I didn't get time to do it. So I apologize for missing a week. Okay, this one says, "Have a blessed day." And on the inside, "Happy birthday." So we always need birthday cards, so we're going to start with that today. Let me get my things out of here and we'll get started. I've got a lot of the groundwork done already, so it shouldn't take us a long time today. Get my instructions. I never know where to put my instructions at to keep them out of my way and where I can read them. But we're going to be using our cardstock. This is one of our new in colors. It is called Summer Splash, and it's 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and then I've scored it in the middle at 4 1/4 inches. And we're just going to burnish that edge of our card to make it lay down really good. I'm going to set that aside for just a moment. And then we've got our Designer Series paper, and I don't have that quick. All right. And do the fit. Good question. Okay, it's right here. It is the 2024 to 2026 in color 6x6 Designer Series paper, and we're using this pattern. And all the colors, all the 5 new colors, all come in 4 different patterns. I won't go through this. I think I showed them last time I was on here. But our Designer Series paper is 4 1/8 inches by 5 3/8 inch. And we're going to add some ribbon to that before we get started. And I thought I had the ribbon cut already, but I guess I don't. And the ribbon is, it is the Summer Splash bordered ribbon. And we're just going to take enough to go the length of our Designer Series paper. So I'm going to bring my ribbon scissors over here, and we're going to snip that off. And I think I'm going to use, I'm just debating if I want to use tear and tape, or do I want to use Scotch tape? I think I'm going to go with the tear and tape. And you can find all these items in my store, in our catalog, or online. And I want to bring my silicone sheet over here so I don't stick to my table, my work surface. And I'm going to add this to our designer series paper, but I'm going to keep just a tiny little border on the one side, and I'm going to go off the edge so I can bring that around to the back side to catch our ribbon. And hopefully that's fairly straight. And like it says, you just tear it, you don't need a scissors. I'm going to fold that back onto the back side. I'm going to bring my take your pick tool over here, and we're going to take off that backing of our tear and tape. And we'll dispose that and bring our ribbon over here. Oops, I've got butterfingers here and I don't want to cooperate. And I'm going to lay that down on my silicone mat where it's not going to stick to anything. And I'm just going to lay our ribbon straight, hopefully, across that left side. And we'll pinch that along the back side to hold it down. All right. And now we can place that onto our card front. But I'm just going to use my trustworthy liquid glue. I should have turned our fan on here first. It's getting kind of warm in here. I may have to jump up real quick and turn that on. All right, looks like I should have grabbed a new bottle. Well, let's get a new bottle. We're not going to fight that one today. I've got one here. And I'm going to, I guess that's been opened already. All right, that's much better. Okay, and that's going to go on our card front. Make sure I got the ribbon on the left side. Oh, and I used the wrong side of my paper. Oh, crud. Well, this one's going to be a little bit different. I had the striped side on my original. Wasn't paying attention. But there's no mistakes in paper crafting. We just go with it and do our best. All right. That's going to be stuck down there. It's not. Maybe a little bit more glue in there. With that ribbon there. And also at this end, it wants to lift a little bit. All right, I guess I don't look bad. It'll work. All right, and I'll get my dies out here and I'll show you which die I used for what. And this is a double pack of dies. Move that out of the way. Bring this sheet over here. And we've got another sheet right here. And I die cut this one using the Summer Splash cardstock. I already die cut that. And then I die cut a white one using this die. So those are the two dies that I used out of the pack. I love these dies. There's a large assortment and they all fit together. Put this over there a moment out of the way. Okay, and we're going to stamp on the white layer. And so we'll do that. Let me close up my glue. I'm going to bring over, we're going to use the Summer Splash ink pad, and we're going to use the black Memento to do our stamping our images. And bring our large flower over here. And I think I'm going to lay that scrap paper underneath me so I don't make too much of a mess here to start out with. Kind of keep our work surface a little clean, maybe for a little bit. And I'm going to stamp our flower on here. And you can see that you're not going to fit the whole flower on this. And not a camera view. So I'm going to kind of position it where I want most of the image to be. And I'm going to press that down because I want it to go into those ridges. I could have stamped first and then die cut it, but I already had the die cut already done. Okay, so we're going to close up our black memento and we're going to come back with our summer splash. And we're going to do, I guess it's sort of like a hashtag design. And we're going to stamp a couple of those randomly. And maybe this side here. Okay, so just 2 of those is what we're needing. Close that up. And then I'm going to get our Stampin' Blends. I'm not going to be color correct on our flower. I'm going to just use our Summer Splash Dark and Light Stampin' Blends. And I'm going to start out with my dark color, and I'm going to just kind of highlight where the stamped image has got our lines and everything, just to give it some dimension a little bit, some shading. And I'm just going to do all the flowers at the same time. Okay. And we'll come back in with the light Summer Splash and we'll color in those flowers. All right. So I don't have any news going on other than that we went camping last week. The weather's been really hot here in Arkansas. I think we skipped springtime and went straight to summer. Okay, now we're going to do the same with our stems, our leaves. Switch to my light. I was doing that in dark. All right, I think I got them. Maybe a little bit on the stem here. All right, got those done. All right, so there's our circle. I'm going to attach that to our other circle, our Summer Splash circle. You can see it fits right in the center of that other circle. You can match it up. And I'm going to place that on dimensionals. Let me move my scrap paper out of here. Seems kind of strange being back today. I feel like I'm all out of sorts. It's been a while. when I miss a week like this. And I'm going to put one more in the center. And bring my take your pick tool over here to pop those backings off. When you don't have fingernails, it works good. And I'll carve it over here. I guess that looks all right on there. Being I messed up, I should have had the stripe side. But it works. And I don't want to put this right here. Oh, and I've got a little piece that didn't die cut all the way out of there. So we're going to knock that out of there. Okay. All right, and now we're going to do our sentiment. And I've just got a scrap piece of basic white here. And it is about a 1/2 inch by, what is it? I guess I didn't have it measured. Let me see what mine is. It is about 3 1/4 inches. I'm going to cut that down to 3 1/4. We'll do that before we stamp it. So there's 3 1/4. Get a hold of it again. I'm going to bring my basic, my black memento ink back over here. And get the right stamp. Have a blessed day. And our sentiment comes from, which stamp set is that? It comes from the Unbounded Love stamp set. And it's Have a Blessed Day. That's what I'm using. And let me go ahead and stamp that in the middle. Bring this down so I can see. Get it fairly straight, maybe, the first time. It works. And I'm going to bring that hashtag stamp back over here with our Summer Splash. And I'm going to stamp the edges. Just to add a little bit of something to it. Let me set those aside, bring our card back over here. And I'm not going to put this on dimensionals. I'm going to glue it directly down to our card. Hi, Sharon. Glad you're here. How are you doing today? I just got started, so you haven't missed anything, really. We just started. You can go back and catch what you missed if you want later. And Sharon is one of our camping buddies that we went with, so it was good to have some time with friends. All right, now I've got a ribbon that I've already tied a bow with, and I'm using that same ribbon, which is the bordered ribbon, the Summer Splash. And I've already made a bow ahead of time because you don't want to painfully watch me make a bow. All right, I'm going to use some glue dots here to hold that down. Let me pick one of those up. And we're going to place that down onto our little circle at the bottom of our flower. Sort of like that, I guess. And then we've got some gems. We're using, these are the tinsel gems. Okay, Sharon, yeah. Hope everything goes well. Okay, I'm using the Summer Splash color. It comes in 3 different colors here. So we're using the Summer Splash. Take your pick tool, and we're going to use that putty end to pick those up. I'm going to use 3. So we'll start with this one, and we'll put this one, we'll put it right there. I'm going to be using all the larger ones on this card. I usually alternate them, but I'm going to use all the same this time. And maybe another one right about there. Okay, one more to put things out here. Okay, so here's the outside of our card. Have a blessed day. So let's work on the inside. We've got our basic white, which is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And then I've got some more of that designer series paper, which is 5/8 inches by 4 inches. And that's going to go across the bottom. But I'm going to go ahead and stamp our inside first. If I mess it up, I can turn it over. And we're going to be making this a happy birthday card. I've got the happy birthday, which comes from the Unbounded Love. It's this one right here. Take my black memento ink and we'll stamp our sentiments. And I've got a hair there or something was hanging on. Maybe I'm shedding. And we'll put our happy birthday right there. Not quite centered. I'm off to the left side just a little bit. Put our black ink away so we don't mess up here. And I'm going to bring back our summer splash. And I'm going to add some more of those hashtags again on the inside of our card. So I think I'll put one, put one right here. Yeah, one at the top. And another one maybe down in this area. All right, that looks pretty good. Now we can attach our designer series paper to the bottom. And it's going to use our trustworty glue. And I've got a dog hair there or something. Can get that out of there. We don't need that attached to our card. Unless we're making a dog card. All right. And I'm going to leave a little space at the bottom. Let me see if that's straight. My eyes are kind of playing tricks on me. And I've got a little excess sticking out there, so I'm going to turn that over and trim off that. And a tiny bit on this side, I see. All right, so there's the inside of our card layer. Let's add that to the inside of our card. Push this down just a little bit. All right, so here's the inside of our card. Happy birthday. Excuse me. And here's the outside of our card. And I kind of like the mistake that I did. I kind of like the second one. What do you think? Do you like the stripes or do you like the flower designer series paper? Sometimes mistakes turn out pretty good. So there's our first card. Have a blessed day. Happy birthday. And I do have some birthday cards I need to get out in the mail, so I may be using one of those. Okay. And our next card is here. Let me clean up a little bit in there. Get our bits and pieces out here. And I think I've got instructions here somewhere. There they are. So here's our next card. And I think I may need to clean up some stamps here before I start. But it says thanks. And for being a friend. It's on the inside. So I'm going to grab my Simply Chamois and I'm going to clean off my stamps a little bit because I'm going to be using them again. And all this is the chamois. You can find that in my store. It's called Simply Chamois. And all you do is wet it and use it. And then when it's dirty, you just run it underneath your faucet and rinse it with warm water until it runs fairly clean. And there's no chemicals involved. It's all just plain old water and the chamois. So very economical, and it's very healthy not to have breathing any chemicals unless you want to. Okay, so there's our stamps. Do I need to clean off this one too while I'm at it? And it's squeaky clean. Okay, I think I've got everything I need cleaned. All right. So we're going to start out, we're using our basic black cardstock, and this is 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and then it's scored in the middle at 4 1/4 inches. Just our standard size card. And we're going to burnish that edge. And we'll set the card base aside. And we'll get to our layers. I'm using Bubble Bath cardstock. And this is 3 3/4 inches by 4 3/4 inches. And then I've got a basic white, which is 3.5 inches by 4.5 inches. And that's the layer that we're going to be stamping on. So I'm going to set those aside. We're going to do our stamping. And I'm going to bring back my scrap paper here to lay down. And our Memento black ink to do our stamping. So we're going to use the flower again. I love this flower. I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of it. All right, so I'm going to stamp this over to the left side a little bit. I'm going to stamp it twice. I'm going to stamp one right there. And then I'm going to come back in with our large flower. I'm going to hold it off the paper a little bit. I'm going to place that across the bottom a little bit. That lower layer right there. And maybe I'll set this here until I can clean it. And then we're going to use the butterfly stamp, which is this image. He's in flight. And we're going to stamp him right about there. And we'll also stamp our sentiment while we're at it, which is thanks. And right here. These are all out of the same stamp set. We're using the Spotlight on Nature stamp set. Spotlight on Nature. And we're using the little thanks right down here. And that's going to go in our, well, mine I had up in this corner, but I didn't leave enough room. So we're going to scooch it over a little bit. Maybe we'll put it up on the left side instead. It doesn't have to be exact. All right, let's close up our ink pad. And then we're going to bring in our stamping blends, and we're going to do some coloring. And with this one, I'm going to use 2 different colors. I'm using the Bubble Bath, light and dark, and then I'm using the Summer Splash, light and dark, which we used on our last card. So I'm going to start out, let's do the Bubble Bath colors first. And I always start with my dark color. So we're going to just do some highlighting here. And I'm just going to scribble in the center because it's all going to blend together. And even if you're scribbling, it comes out good. Looks like you're an artist. That's the magic of the stamping blends. I'm just dabbing the stamped image where they got the lines at. Give it some shadowing. And like I said at the beginning, be sure you like and share the video. And I'd appreciate that. All right, we're using the light bubble bath to color in our flowers. So next week too, I won't be able to do my Wednesday. I'm going to have to move it to probably Tuesday again. And I'm kind of liking the 11 o'clock hour because I don't have to rush around in the morning. So I think I'm going to keep it at 11 o'clock next Tuesday. That's Central Time. And if you're not able to be here live, I'm glad that you're going to be able to watch the replay. And be sure you comment on the replay too, because I go back and look at those. And if you have any questions, I can answer anything as soon as I see it. So, but I'd love to have you here live. It makes it fun to talk to people. And if you're not a card maker, there's a lot of these items that you can use for scrapbooking also. So it's not just limited to card making. We have 12 by 12 designer series paper, and we have 12 by 12 cardstock also available. So that works with scrapbooking. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do my butterfly too with our bubble bath. And we're just going to add a little shading with him too. And don't forget about the bonus days that I talked about when we started. With every $50, you get a $5 coupon to use to redeem in August. And Stampin' Up! Will send you an email with those $5 coupon codes. So be sure that you keep that email or you write the code numbers down somewhere so you don't lose them, because you'll need to have those to be able to redeem the coupons in August. And that starts tomorrow, July 3rd. And it's good on everything. I think it works on the Paper Pumpkin subscriptions too. So, and the kits, the online exclusives, our regular items. All right, we're going to come with our Summer Splash, the dark. And we're going to do our leaves. If you have any questions on any of this that I've talked about this morning, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can either email me at creatingwithdebbie179@gmail.com, or you can private message me, and I'd be very happy to answer any questions you might have. And we have a new catalog coming out. I think it's August, but our demonstrators were able to put you on the list to have a catalog mailed to you straight from Stampin' Up. And that saves us a lot of time and trouble and money. We don't have to mail out the catalogs personally. Stampin' Up does it for us. So if you order from me, I'll be sure to put you on that list to be able to get a catalog. That's the only requirement that I ask, is that you order from me. It kind of covers the shipping charges that I have to pay. And on that too, if you have any questions, reach out to me. And That will be our holiday catalog, mini catalog that we get. So let me see here. Oops, I forgot a little spot right here. Here we go. I kind of went on the lines a little bit, but that's all right. It won't show. Put our lines away, and I'm going to bring our ribbon, and this is, where did it go? We used to have the black and white checkered. We don't have the black and white anymore. We have the vanilla, very vanilla and black checkered gingham. What's it called? Large check ribbon. So we're going to use that to put across our bottom layer here. And did I measure that? No, I didn't. So this is about 5 1/4 inches that we're going to put across the bottom layer here. And I think I'm going to use some tear and tape. Where did I put that? To hold our ribbon down. And I'm going to do the same as I did with the previous one. I'm going to bring my silicone mat over here. And I'm just going to spread this across the bottom. And try not to cut off any pretty flowers here. So we'll just tear that off and run that across the back side so it can hold our ribbon in place. A little long on this one side. And we'll take that off. Going to attach our ribbon. And going to go across our bottom. I'm going to put that down as far as I can so I can get that little flower to peep out of there. So it shows. And push that around the back side. And also that one. And now we're going to bring our pink layer over here. And we're going to attach that down to our pink layer, our bubble bath. It was quiet today, except for a few noisy trucks that went by, but other than that, it's quiet. And I'm going to get that centered on there, hopefully. And this one I'm not going to put straight down. I'm going to kind of angle it. You could put it straight, but I thought it was a little bit different. Put it at an angle. Being I'm usually crooked anyway, it makes it easier. Add our glue to the back side. Make sure we're not off the edge of the card. I want it to be angled a little bit, so we're going to push that side up, this side down. Okay, so there's our card so far. Now I made a bow ahead of time with that same gingham ribbon. And we're going to attach that right there. So I'm going to bring my glue dots back over here. And we're going to put that on top of our ribbon. And I'm going to put it right about there. I think I need to trim off that one tail there, off that ribbon, make it a little bit shorter, a little bit longer than the other one. All right. And use sequins on this one. So I'm using the adhesive back sequins trio. And it's got these little pink ones in here. They're not, I'm not sure if they're bubble bath or what, but they're pretty close to the pink. So I'm going to be using. So I'm going to take 3 of those. And I'm not sure where to place them. That's the hardest part, is figuring out where to put things at. one there. And another one. Maybe right there. I kind of like to keep it at a triangle, kind of. I guess that's kind of a triangle. All right, so there's the front of our card. Now on the inside, we've got basic white. It's 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. We're going to bring out our ink pad, the black memento again. And our sentiments are going to be, it says thanks for being a and friend. And these all come from the Friends for Life stamp set. And these are kind of fun too. You got a lot of things that you can put together. So excited for you. Happy birthday. Thank you for being a. Love you. Miss you. Best wishes. Or it could be best friends. Thinking of you. And then a little ink splash there. And a leaf and the hearts. Lots of fun things on there. So we're going to take our for being stamp sentiment. And that's going to go at the top. And our friends. Going to go right here, kind of centered. And then we've got a leaf that we're going to use. That's in that same stamp set. That's in the Notes of Nature. And we're using the leafy one. And that's going to go at our bottom here. Close up our ink pad. And we're going to bring back our lens. We're going to use the Summer Splash. And I'm going to dry that a little bit, maybe. We're going to start with the dark Summer Splash. And give these leaves a little shading in the centers. That was a noisy motorcycle. What was I saying about it being quiet? Sitting in my craft room is in a big window in the front, so I guess I get some noise from the highway out here. Never used to be that much traffic before, but there is now. I guess that's why they call it a highway now. And I'm going to use the light Summer Splash. I'm going to color in those leaves. I'm working on cards for next week already. I'm going to be using the Xenia bundle, which is a new one. It's an online exclusive, I believe. You might want to look in the store and get a sneak peek of it. It's really pretty. You know, there are all kinds of colors of zinnias. My husband's having his other cataract surgery tomorrow. Is why I couldn't be live tomorrow. He didn't do so well with the first one. He wouldn't do what he was ordered to do. He was doing things he wasn't supposed to be doing. So we'll see how this one goes. All right, so there's our inside of our card. We're going to go ahead and attach that to the inside of our card now. Open that up, turn that. I think black cards are so elegant. I don't make enough of them, and I sure like them. Trying to get my borders even. I think that's pretty good. All right, so it says, thanks for being a friend. I thought that was kind of fun. All right, let me get some cleanup here again. I'm going to simply chamois out here. Clean up our stamps. Some I'll be using again, and others I won't be, but I'm going to go ahead and clean them all so I've got them out of the way. And our large flower. We're using that. Close that up. And oops, I forgot one over here. Let me grab my chamois back here again. There we go. All right. So next card. Get this out of the way here. And I don't have the paper for this one. Grab that. There it is. Shoot out here. All right, so here's our next card. It says, "Dear friend, thinking of you" on the inside. Let me get our instructions out here. Side. Okay, we're going to start out with our peach pie cardstock. And this is a different orientation. I've got 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches. And then it's scored in the center at 5 1/2 inches. And we're going to take our foam folder and we're going to burnish that fold really good. And I'm going to come in with our little splatters, I guess is what it is. And that stamp set, we're using the Spotlight to Nature. Spotlight on Nature. And it's this little splatter stamp right here. So I'm going to use peach pie stamp pad. I'll start by doing the card first. And I'm just going to put some splatters here and there. Just kind of to fill in the corners of my card. And no rhyme or reason of how many, just a few. And I'm going to do this corner. I'm going to turn that, pitch that corner just a little bit. All right, that's all we need of those. And I'm going to use our ink pad. All right, I'm going to set that aside. I'm zooming out here. Our designer series paper that we're using comes from the Unbounded Beauty 12 by 12. designer series paper, and we're using this pattern right here and this pattern right here. And those layers are, this one is 3.5 inches by 4 1/4 inches. And this layer is 3 inches by 4 inches. And we're going to stamp on this layer. So we're going to lay this layer aside for a moment. And I'm going to bring back a large flower image and our black memento ink. And we're going to stamp our flower on the center of our designer series paper. And let me turn this so I can get a good view of it. And you can get all the image on this one sheet here, so that works out really good. And let that marinate just a moment. And then I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to bring in our little strip of peach pie, and this is 5/8 inches by 3 inches. And we're going to stamp our sentiment on there with the one that says "Dear Friend." And I'm just using our black memento ink again. And I'm going to stamp this off to the left side of our layer. I hope I got that on there fairly now. Got it down a little bit too low. Let's try the other side. And that's better. Could have been a little bit higher yet, but that's going to do. Close our ink pad. And I've got some ridges on here. When you put your paper, it leaves kind of a ridge on the back side. So being I turned it over, I'm going to smooth out those edges with my bone folder. And that looks good. So I'm going to attach this to the bottom layer of this layer, the designer series paper. And I'm sure I got the right side here. Yeah. Alrighty. Get our glue flowing here. It'll be all right. And then we're going to, let's not put it upside down. Put this along the bottom layer of our stamped image. And right about there looks good. I'm going to make sure that's straight. And of course I got to get glue on my fingers. I would be doing good if I didn't get a little glue and ink on me. And clip off those excess. I had it a little bit longer than it was supposed to be. All right, now we're going to bring our card base back over here, and we're going to place our designer series paper. Make sure you got your flowers going the right direction, not upside down like I almost did. And I'm going to add adhesive, and I'm going to put this at an angle. Put that down. And this one's going to go on straight over that. We're going to put it right about there, I think. I guess that's fairly straight. Maybe it's a little bit angled, but not much. All right, and then we've got our ribbon. Not wanting to come out of there. This is our peach pie bordered ribbon. I'm not going to make a bow. I'm just going to make a little knot. It's going to be a faux bow, I guess. That's what you'd call it. And I'm just going to tie that once. And slip it towards the ends. We're not wasting too much ribbon. And pull that. And bring my ribbon scissors over here. And this is going to go right here. So I'm going to bring my mini glue dots back over here to attach that with. And I'm going to put that at an angle a little bit. And I need to snip off my ribbon a little bit here. It's a little bit long. And we're going to bring those sequins back out here that we used on our previous card, which right here. These are the adhesive back sequins trio. I'm going to be using the white ones on this card. And I take your pick tool to get those off with. And I'm just going to place 3 of those on the front of our card. We're going to let go. And another one right there. And another maybe right there. All right, so that came together fairly fast. That's the front of our card. Dear friend. And on the inside, we have basic, well, this is, I'm using the vanilla, very vanilla. This is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And a little strip of that same designer series paper that was on this layer, one that we stamped on. And this is, looks like 1/8 inch, or is that 1/4? 1/4 inch by 4 inches is what it'll be. I'm going to attach that to our, well, first I'm going to stamp that, because if I goop up, I can turn it over. So we're going to stamp our sentiment first, which is thinking of you. And this comes from the Friends for Life stamp set again. It's this one right here. Bring back our black Memento ink. Ink that up, thinking of you. And I'm going to stamp that kind of off to the left upper portion. And close that ink pad. And now we can add our strip of designer series paper to the bottom of that. So let me put some glue on there. I'm just going to run that across the bottom area. And I always cut mine a little bit longer so I can trim them off. I'd rather have them too long than too short. All right, that looks good. Let's put that inside of our card. And there we go. Thinking of you, dear friend. Let me get that to focus. Thinking of you. All right. And if you wanted to, you could add a little Wink of Stella to our flowers, and it might bling them up a little bit. You know, we didn't color them at all, but it'll bring the color out. I don't know if the camera is picking that up, but I can see it really well. It sort of is. Yeah. So, dear friend, thinking of you. All right, so let's bring our colors, our cards out here. And show you what we've done today. So there's our 3 cards today. Let's see, we've got the happy birthday. Okay, so we've got a birthday, a thanks, and a thinking of you card. So we've got a little variation today. So there's our 3 cards for today. Let me know what you think of them, which one is your favorite. And be sure you like and share the video if you're watching it on Facebook or on YouTube. And so I'm going to say that I'm going to be doing my live again next Tuesday, July 9th at 11 a.m. Central Time. So I hope you'll be able to join me, and be sure that you tell your friends to come join us. Would love to have them. All right, so until next week, y'all have a good week. Y'all have a wonderful time. 4th of July is Thursday. So any big plans going on? We don't have anything going on. Just hanging around home, I guess. Maybe we'll barbecue something special. I don't know. All right, until next Tuesday, July 9th. I'll see you then. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.